Hello survivors, welcome to a brand new Soulstone survivor video. Today we're playing on the Death Knight. It's been a long time since we played with Mordred, and we're running the fourth weapon, the Winter Sorrow, because we want to grab Glacial Affinity, and then we're going to be running the Path skills. So we've got Path of Decay, we've got the Firewalk, as well as the, I thought it was the Arcane Weaver, but it's not. There we go, Arcane Rift. So those are the four skills we will be using. We're going to grab them through Skill Mastery Arcane, Skill Mastery Fire, and then Reroll Mastery with Multicast Mastery, Advanced Tactics, Divine Legacy, and Focused Mind. The first thing we're going to start off grabbing is going to be Colossal, and we're going to mess around with that. What's very important here is to grab the slow for slow stacking, and grab ourselves the Brittle to Colossal and see where that takes us. I'm going to try and play this with full visuals on, and we'll see where that goes. Also, you don't necessarily need the fourth weapon. You can use any weapon you want. If you're looking to use any other build, you can get slow on hit with the Death Knight very quickly and very easily through his Ascension, because the Ebon Knights, one of them has a slow on hit, whereas you actually get Doom, Poison, and Slow, and we're going to be using all of them anyway, so it's going to be pretty decent. There is something else you could do with this. You could run Bleed on it and then grab the Faden passive. We'll see how it goes. You do need the Slow to Disarray and then Disarray to Bleed for that first, and that's only going to be a little bit of extra damage from that as well, so you could go it that way. There is Glacial Affinity, and we get the Firewalk there very quickly with some slow on hit. Ooh, Arcane Rift, talk about really good luck so far. So now all we're looking for is the poison version, and we'll be in a really good spot. We don't need the area of effect, we'll just grab Relentless. I'm not worried about burn on hit because we burn quite a lot with the skill. We'll take the Doom on hit when we find it, and slows on hit for the Glacial Affinity damage bonus. But otherwise, we pretty Gucci. Again, trying to just keep the visuals on as much as possible. Now, also because we are playing on the Death Knight, we do want to run as many movement speed upgrades as humanly possible. And we're not going to spend too many rerolls here, but we do need the upgrade. So we'll use, didn't get it, so it's a bit unfortunate. Banish those, grab the magnetic, potency of course, and we want, we don't need that, so we'll grab that. Area of effect and all of that will come in handy, but right now it's not that important. And there we did take a poison on hit, but we didn't really need it since we will be applying quite a bit of poison with the skill anyway. So these things are just really two skill chain into each other. So you grab the two poisons, the two dooms and whatever, just to get the burn to doom, doom to poison, poison to, you know, the whole shebang from there. But otherwise we don't really need them. Okay. Lethality, cast frequency over there, very important because it does have a high cooldown and a low duration, so we do want to get that active. Grab the magnetic as well. We're going to grab a duration just to increase that duration as much as possible and pick up more Doom. Now with this build, Doom will probably land up doing the most amount of damage. What we're going to do is just check when we fight Midorahk what negative effect is doing the most amount of damage, and we'll go from there. But I mean, you can already see on the enemies, the Doom is being stacked quite nicely, and we are going to probably scale Doom more than anything else, just because it has that nice pop. When you apply a lot of it to an enemy, they explode. So it's just nice to have that. Get a full purple health bar, and then it just disappears. That's the plan.
Fragment collected.
Bit unfortunate that we're getting bad upgrades for our other skills, but it's fine. We're going to re-roll that because we weren't getting anything great. Grab the damage and potency upgrade. Beautiful maximum bonus increase of 450%. I don't think we're quite yet there, but it's looking pretty decent. Obviously, the more slow stacks you have and area of effect, the better it's going to be. Oh, so close. Remember the other day we spoke about being able to do two objectives at the same time? Well, that was extremely close. Okay, we do have to be a little bit careful over here because of what's happening with the boss spinning around like that. We would need to just be a little bit careful. There we go, and we've got to run away from him. Look at the negative effects on the boss's health bar. It's so good to see that happen. Okay, there's another 3 down here. We still need way more movement speed. We're going to grab both the damages because this is physical where everything else is magical. So we do need both damage increases, which is good. And then we can go for Relentless, some more cast frequencies, more magnetics, and we're just waiting for that last skill to show up. Far more movement speed needed as well. Come on, game. You know you want to give us the Poison Rift. Or Path of Decay. But these things happen. If we don't get it, we don't get it. The whole basis of the build is still the same. It's just we lack that extra path for the Doom stacking. Alright, when you fight bosses, your Ebonites do have Taunt as well, so it is quite nice to have them. Especially if you're worried about dealing, being able to dodge attacks. So if you feel like movement speed is a necessity on the Death Knight, just summon your Ebonites. And you'll have something for the bosses to focus while you run around them in circles dealing damage with your area of effect skills. And once you've got the big AoE with the Brittle to Colossal, which will be after Midorahk here, you'll actually be in an even better position because you're going to have the entire arena be this pretty colors. Okay, slow crit, that's perfect, and more Doom. We need Doom damage now. Actually, I don't even think we found an uncommon Fateful Strike, and that's why we're not finding Doom damage. But yeah, we pretty much scale dot. You can go to Bleed, like we mentioned, with Fadum, but for this one, we're not going to stay with it. With the Bleed one, I would actually recommend changing the runes slightly, so you can actually remove Multicast Mastery, and probably Divine Legacy is not really that necessary. And grab yourself the Synergetic, and then there's some really funny stuff that you can be doing with that. But that is for another video as well. We've already started messing around with it. Alright, took us a little bit of time, but we were very unlucky with our options, so there's not much we can really do there. We will take a burn, because everything else has upgrades to them, so why not? And now we literally just run around circles. Perfect for a boss like this who likes to, put down AoEs anyway, so you gotta run around. And essentially we're just going to grab as... Just wait for that Doom bar to fill up on the boss. Do something like that, and there we go. Easy. Okay, so now we can go cast frequency, grab the Brittle to Colossal, and we are going to go from there. I think Shattered on hit is probably the next best option. We don't have Disarray yet, so we can't go Disarray to Disoriented. We could have gone Mhyzahet for the Colossal to Colossal to Dazed. That's another option. But we need to banish these. Grab that. Grab the movement speed. And we can re-roll a couple more times now because we're at the beginning of the round. Still super unlucky, but we do find damage to the Doom now. The flashing, yeah, it's a bit unfortunate. But look at the AoE now from the skills with the... It's awesome. Okay, damage increase, that doesn't really matter, it's not going to affect us too much. More cast frequency, Damage increase for the Glacial Affinity is big, big, big. We do get a Poison to Doom, so we will take that. Now, it's 50% when you don't have the Synergetic Rune. With the Synergetic Rune, it is then 75% chance, and that is a massive increase in damage. Especially since, I mean, it's as if it was pretty much a bleed skill. Because bleed skills are 100% chance to bleed, where a crit skill is 50% chance to bleed, and then not crit skill, the crit bleed dot skills, and then the basic one, so on hit is 25% chance. But if you have synergetic, then those synergy skills are 75% chance, and that is to me a massive increase to damage. So I think they're really, really nice to pick up. Do we have this at 100% with that? No, still not. That's unfortunate. Critical strike chance may now apply slow. That's perfect. And then we're going to go for multicast and things like that. Again, not really very good objectives over here for us, but they are what they are. And as you can see, the Doom absolutely shredding everything on screen for us, which is awesome.
Every kill is a step toward the sick.
Okay, more movement speed, cast frequency. We finally get the Path of Decay. What's really nice about this is the fact that they kind of scale with each other. So we already got the damage, 185% damage modifiers on the skill. And now we just added a poison path skill onto it. And 910%, 2575 damage over there. As you can see, we're doing quite a lot of dot damage, and you can just imagine if you add on the bleed onto that. The only problem is you don't get that hefty bleed multiplier. So what you could do is go 6 skills instead of Focused Mind. You take the Synergetic Rune, and then you grab yourself Bloodlust and Scent of Blood, and then you run these path skills. You get your cooldown really, really low. You get a Path of Agony, which is the Disarray to bleed. And then you're going to have a very fun time with bleed damage being your most notable damage source. So if you're looking to elevate this build, you could probably do something like that. I haven't double checked the runes to see that they reach the cost limit, but you do something like that where you got Synergetic, and then you wouldn't even need the Brittle, because you can go for slow to Brittle and then Brittle to whatever from there. Damage increase over there is very good. Cast frequency, that's the last one we needed. And now we just go slow. We get good damage increases there. Movement speed, of course. We can go for damage to the Doom, damage to the skills, touch of slow. We don't need the cast frequency, like mentioned. We can just grab those. Poison on crit is very nice to get. Laugh, multicast, beautiful. Now the multicast did show that it did pop up over here, but this doesn't get multicasting. It doesn't really affect it in any way, shape or form. So we don't have to worry about that at all. But look at that, the damage just ramps up and then pops. And now we add Shattered, which means they're going to take even more damage. We can go for still not picking up Disarray. Okay, before we do Disarray, we can do Wait, will Mhyzahet have it? Yeah, Mhyzahet will be Sandstorm to Dazed. It might be visually cluttering, unfortunately. So it's Colossal to Dazed. We don't want to do you. That's a waste of time. And then, of course, from the Void King, you're going to go for Wound. Best option possible. But just look at this, everything absolutely melting. Kind of reminds me of the gun in Borderlands 4. I don't know if you guys have been playing it, but there's a shotgun called the something to do with Vomit. I can't remember the exact name, but it has something to do with that gun. It will be linked or posted on the screen for you guys to see which one I'm referring to. If you haven't played the game, it literally just has multiple elements shot at a single time. And yeah, this is pretty much the same thing. So you've got that you know, cluster of colors going on over there. Look at that Doom damage. Just shows you if you grab Doom, it just works. Okay, we actually removed that area of effect. We don't need it. There's the slow to disarray, which is fantastic because that's what we're looking for. And then we just take the slow stacks because that's what's causing our glacial affinity to give us more and more damage. So we want as much slow as humanly possible. We defeated the loot goblin over there, so we will go into its area. I mean, it doesn't really matter. You don't have to, but I think grabbing ourselves some juicy XP from there is going to be good. This is probably one of the hardest objectives to do just because of sometimes they sit in corners and it's difficult to get close to them. But because we have so much AoE, it really doesn't matter too much. Okay, we're going to skip that one, unfortunately. Which means we've got to do... Oh no, do it again. Do we get a triple? Okay, we didn't. I've had it at times where we get triple of that. It's just bad. It's horrible. I don't know why that exists as the thing. Triple ghost. Alright, and the game gave us a 3 when we only needed 1 left. It's just beautiful. And there we have it. Make our way over to the boss. 16 skill points. We've got to grab the damage over there. We can grab this as well. That's going to work very, very well for us. Grab that. Deal damage. The doom damage. We can go poison damage. Doesn't really matter. Just damage for everything. Pick it all up. We're going to grab those. We need the damage increase for everything. This affects absolutely everything. Increasing that as well. So we're on 1160. Critical strikes may now apply Doom. Look at that, 27,000 damage applied via the Doom. Poison's getting some big damage upgrades over there as well, so that's going to be a very, very big increase to the damage. Also, we are over 2,000 damage thanks to Glacial Affinity. Even though it says a max damage of 1,000, but so I don't know how that's working, but for some reason we're hitting some really big damage numbers with it.
The battle is closer than ever.
Okay, so we don't need the exposed. What was it we're looking for? Oh, Colossal. So every 50 Colossal stacks we apply Dazed. We're going to enter the portal over here to get ourselves the juicy XP. We got more than enough magnetic, so we don't have to worry about picking up any more of it. Yeah, it's juicy. I know I did mention in previous videos that if you can pick up, or if you haven't picked up XP when you're standing still on the screen, that, you know, off-screening XP pickup, then maybe look at getting some more of it. I mean, you can. It is really good to do that, but at the same time, it's not really 100% necessary. It's just fun to do it like that. Okay, just increasing more damage. Again, taking all the slow upgrades, poison damage and things like that. Potency upgrades, damage increases. There's the bleed. We can go and grab some bleed. There's another burn. Damage increases. It's just really, really fun. So this is what you would need, Agony. And with Agony, you would then be able to grab yourself the power upgrade for from Faden. So that bleed deals more damage based on how much... what's the wording I'm thinking of? Based on how much cast frequency you have. The only problem with that is you need to have Scent of Blood, so that's why I mentioned, you know, take the Chaos buff and the Chaos Bolt, and then you'll be in a much better spot. But
Fragment collected, and the end nears.
I didn't think about that till while we were busy playing. Would have been a much stronger version.
Void essence contained. Almost there, Mordred.
I will put it down in the description, the alternate version, if I remember. Otherwise, just make a comment and I'll add it at a later stage because, you know, sometimes I do forget. There's quite a long time between recording and the video going live and things like that, so mistakes can happen. Things can be forgotten. I am but only human. I know. It's very difficult to believe that.
Fragment collected, and the end nears.
Only 3 more objectives needed. Nice big slow on hit from our Dragonflight. Nice big AoE from it as well.
Almost there, Mordred.
And let's see what's doing the best amount over here. 2 bosses. Yep, still Doom. Absolutely shredding bosses. And we'll get our Disoriented now, which will make us even stronger. Just take more and more bleed. Take the I mean, all of these are magical. It's just such a pity that's not. But we'll take the Multicast. Even more. More damage. Beautiful.
The Titan's doom is as certain as the blood on my blade.
I don't think the boss is going to last long enough for us to check how much damage we've done to it. Yeah, it doesn't live long enough for us to worry. Okay, Disarray to Disoriented. And now we get the Void King, the final round. I think this could go pretty far. Dot damage is going to be very, very strong. Like I mentioned, you just got to grab yourself. As long as you crit, actually. No, not critting, sorry. As long as you have some multicast chance, you can get a lot of finesse without swing skills from Faedum as well. So you can still use Center Blood relatively well. And then you use the Bloodlust with it as well. And that's just they're gonna work together to get your cast frequency insanely high. And then you're going to have just immense amount of blood or bleed multiplier in your repertoire. But look at this, just the doom and poison alone. It's crazy. I think it's been such a long time since I've had enemies just melt this quickly. And but you know what else is really cool is we're playing on 100% visual clarity. So this is on 100%. I haven't loaded because I wanted to see, like, okay, will we be able to survive on 100%? And my goodness, I'm not disappointed. The sandstorm leaves that little bit of gradient on the edges, but that's perfectly fine anyway. As long as you don't see the circles around you, which irritates me more than anything else. I don't know about you guys, but the whole point is we don't have to see that, which is fantastic. I can't even tell you what's doing the most amount of damage because they're just instantly melting.
Another void fragment. Soon you'll die.
Alright, this is the final objective. It's just a bunch of tentacles. Just gotta run straight past them. Oh goodness.
The sanctum crumbles.
It's actually, this feels like it's a build to keep playing. To really invest into it and find the most optimal way to play it and make it that much stronger, because these skills applying, I mean, we've got fragility, we've got poison, we've got burn. I think that fragility is probably doing quite a good amount of damage. We do take exposed, but that's just, oh no, we didn't even take exposed. None of these do direct damage. There is direct damage on Arcane Rift, but I don't believe it's worth taking. So over here, like cast frequency, if that was one of the options, would be the best thing to grab. So something like this. And then that's what you would use to help get even more bleed damage with your Faedum. But definitely something we're going to be looking at impacting as another skill or another build in the future, expanding on this.
No, I am the king.
I mean, just gone. And then, like I mentioned, we're just going to grab this. We grab that. What I do want to do is we're going to grab Wound, and I'm just going to do one more round because I want to just double check how... Oh, well, we have to do 2 more rounds. But we're going to do Faedum because I want to see just how much finesse we can pack from multicasting from him for the future video. So we're doing a little bit of a test now. Obviously, we're going to be doing far more damage.
Fragment collected, and the end nears.
We've got time, so that's okay as well. I think Faedum's quite a difficult boss though because of all the area of effect that he has. But as long as we keep moving and we know where he puts those area of effects down, we should be a-okay. I mean, as long as we can one-shot the boss, we'll be fine. There's not much we have to wait for. 2,919 damage multiplier, by the way. Well, it's not a multiplier, it's additive, but you get the drift. 2,900% damage.
Is painted in blood and dust.
Pretty crazy for a very low investment into glacial affinity.
Every kill is a step toward the sacred blood.
Okay, very unlucky objectives found. It might be worth going in, or maybe the multicast will help that. We'll have to double check. Let's see, actually, okay, that one's already got quite a lot. Let's grab multicast for both of these because I think it has the opportunity to be very, very powerful. We grab damage increases for everything. Beautiful.
Brings me closer to you, Titan.
We need a 2. Okay, there's a 3 down here. Let's just go grab that. And remember, movement speed's still going to be good. Just grab as much as you find necessary. I think about 150 plus is pretty good. So you can grab that. Yeah, the multicast is going to be a weird one because they continuous damages. You may have to use a different skill. This is what we're here for, to test. No, this is supposed to be a build guide, but here I am. I'm in my run busy testing things for future videos. Okay, he dies pretty quickly, so that's okay. And then we grab the finesse, and we'll do one more run. It is purple. Yeah, earlier I made a mistake and went through the wrong portal when I was trying to do something else. And let's go and beat up Felipox. I don't know why I've got a thing to like defeat Felipox at the end.
This isn't just a game. It's war.
Alright, so just watch. So far it's 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. Okay, yep, there's more than enough multicast coming from that to warrant using it actually. So perfect. I'm happy to use that in future. Because as soon as we get Bloodlust, as well as the Scent of Blood, your cooldowns are going to be even less. And the thing with multicast is the lower the cooldown, the better it is. So the more you use the skill, therefore the more you get from it. And in this case, you need to use the skills for the multicasting. But the fact that we got to about 400, 500 multicast is actually very, very good for the whole basis of using bleed as a skill. So pretty good. I'm happy that it worked.
The path is painted in blood and dust.
Also, it's bugged apparently. So every time you pause the game, it goes up to weird numbers. But I don't know how to get that bug to work.
Fragment collected. And the end nears.
Okay, bleed damage. Bleed damage is all you're going to need from there. Burn can go up. We would then go for more damage on the glacial. Another thing to grab. I wonder if that would make a better Azor. How do we get prowess out of this?
Titan blood claimed. The battle is close.
Increase cast frequency every time you hit an enemy with skill type nature. Resets upon taking damage. That might be good, but we've also got bleed to exposed or just flat damage. We'll just go flat damage. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. And always remember, keep safe, survivors. Until next time, cheers.